real quick before we get into all that nonsense. I should have changed it to that's not the right graphic. I should have changed it to Lagway on the trail instead of Billy on the trail.
Yeah,
So
right,
Solomon Thomas,
right.
five-star offensive lineman, currently committed to FSU. They just lost. Was it Javion, the edge, the 4 or 5-star edge? He just decommitted.
Yeah. He went to Texas, I believe. Yep.
But he also has said a visit to go to Florida. He committed to Texas, but he set a few visits, and Florida being one of them. And Solomon Thomas is somebody that Florida was heavy on. There was a big pursuit earlier on in this offseason. We talked about him multiple times being on Flip Watch, and now that seems to have been heated back up, all simply to do based on the performance of DJ Lagway. Like, I want to go play for that. And so that's where the question comes into play too. It's like, look, we've been saying how much of what Lagway does for Billy's job and for the Florida Gators, but also on the recruiting trail and for the new coach that comes in, what that's going to do for my kid. I got to stop doing that. But Solomon Thomas was intrigued by what DJ Lagway did on Saturday, and again, the 4-star edge also put Florida on his list of visits as well. Nashawn Montgomery, these guys, these wide receivers, I'm sure it spoke volumes to them of like, wow, we heard about it. We kind of knew about it, but now he's all about it. And regardless of who's coaching there, I want to be surrounded by somebody like that, because that guy's going to take whatever team he's on a very far way, right? And that's where, again, this is where Billy's, in a hard place, because everybody and anybody saw what happened on Saturday, and you've got even recruits going, yeah, I want to go play for that kid.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously look at the future of Florida football. They see DJ Lagway, and they're like, wow, this kid just put up 456 yards, and he made it look easy, too, which is crazy. But, like, this goes back to, like, I guess the summer of last year. I mean, there was a lot of talk about Solomon Thomas, if he was going to flip, if he was going to do this or that or whatever. And I think the Florida interest has always kind of been there, but not really. Like, I think he stayed committed to Florida State, but like wanted to see like a lot of these recruits how the year would go. Obviously, he didn't have the best game one. He had a really good game two with a positive outlook on the future with DJ Lagway. And Solomon Thomas lets people know. I mean, like, look, you look at the DJ at Florida State and you say, okay, well, that DJ don't look as good as this DJ over at Florida. So, I mean, I think in a way, Solomon Thomas, a kid that, all these kids are committed. They're not signed. They're not anything else like that. I think Solomon Thomas took a look and said, wow, I'm seeing what this DJ's putting up over here and what he's done. And then this DJ over here looks a lot better, and he's playing just as much competition as we are over here. We're about to be 0-3. So I think there's there might be something to this at all. But like I said, I'm not going to hop on the recruiting train quite yet, because it's the season. So I'm in like season mode of like game mode, and let's play these games. But I do like the interest from Solomon Thomas here, considering that there was rumors that he could flip during the summer of this year as well. So I think that's a good omen for Florida in the future. Obviously, we talk about coaching changes, and if Napier was to get fired, to me personally, like, everything that I know, I don't think Lagway's leaving, even if Napier gets fired, but don't hold me to that. But that's just my opinion on it. But it's really good. It's a really good omen for the future. It really is.
Yeah, and I think, look, kind of to that DJ point too, because even without DJ is a bigger asset to the recruiting field now than Billy. Billy is, in my opinion, just given what he's able to do. And look, I mean, FSU in a weird way hasn't developed quarterbacks. They're not quite sure what the future is in that quarterback position. They see what it is with DJ Lagway. Again, Solomon Thomas, 5-star offensive lineman. We haven't sniffed a 5-star offensive lineman in I don't know how long. But yes, DJ Lagway, even at the end of his presser, said go, like the way that he said go Gators. This kid is orange and blue. He bleeds the orange and blue. He wants to play for the Swamp. Now, I'm not, like you said, this thing can move night and day given each day to day. Who knows what could happen? But people that we've spoken that are close to the situation have reiterated multiple times that this kid's a Gator. He's not just bought into the Billy train. So, look, a lot of time still left. We'll see.
I was going to say, I think he also sees the fact that our offensive line isn't that great. So he's like, oh, instant playing time.
Yeah, very, very, very true on that, too. Let's talk.